what does it mean to restore? To bring back into existence? To reconstruct? Alvin Fenderson is building a new life, deeply rooted in the neighborhood that built him.
And this is the place where I grew up at. This is the place where I'm from, born and raised right out here. And I've been over here pretty much in this rec center my entire life.
Walking through the Barak Community Center in Lincoln Park, he is flooded with memories of his youth.
And this is the place of where I used to play basketball. We used to run track. We used to play football in here.
Friends, sports, community.
It was like amazing, you know what I mean? Just to get in here, because you felt like you was a part of something once you got in this center right here. This rec center, you got in here, you felt like, man, I'm somebody now. I'm at the center. I'm in the center. You know what I mean?
Still feel that when you're here?
Absolutely, absolutely.
He thought back then he knew what he wanted.
Even when I was in school, I wasn't even paying attention because it's like I wanted that lifestyle. And for so long, I just wanted to get in the game and I just wanted that street life, you know what I mean?
A life that led him to selling drugs. The money came and trouble eventually followed. Alvin found himself locked up on drug charges. He spent 10.5 years in federal prison. When he got out, he knew he needed a fresh start.
I got to get out. I got to get driver's license. I got to get my social security card. I got to get my credit score up. I think I'm going to get a credit line and I'm going to get all of these different things and it's going to be okay. I'm going to get into real estate. I'm going to get into this trucking industry. And you got all these expectations of what you're going to be doing. But when you get out here in society and you see that it's nothing like what you thought it was going to be when you were in jail. And then when you get out, it's like, man, this is hard. And then
Alvin quickly realized old habits would be easy to fall into.
The streets are, they calling. And I could have easily, I believe that I could have got back in the game, but I told myself, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do it. So we're going to start with just having a prayer real quick. Gracious Lord,
we have another pandemic. The COVID-19 is not the biggest pandemic that we're facing. The largest pandemic that we're facing right now is our young men killing each other in the streets.
Reverend Donald Fitzgerald knows the call of the streets, with childhood friends who took a different path and wound up behind bars.
First and foremost, I always like to welcome everyone for coming out to what we call our Restore Citizens meeting.
Now he's called to help the men and women who have served their time and come home.
What God has kind of used me to do is to assist people, to help them to transition, get their lives back on track.
Answering that call evolved into a program supporting those touched by the justice system.
The fact that you're still regaining your footing,
easing the transition from conviction,
reestablishing your relationships with your family,
to restoration. The Central Ohio Restored Citizens Collaborative.
These individuals who have taken their incarceration seriously and who have rehabilitated themselves in that process and have come home saying, just give me a chance. That's all they're asking for, just give me a chance. And we have to make sure that we create the platform for them to do that. And I think that's what we've been doing with our Restore Citizens program.
The people who show up, a certain percentage of them I have sentenced, actually. And it's a wonderful thing to see people coming back, being there to change, and they've already changed to a great extent, but moving forward.
Judge Ed Sargis with the federal court for the Southern District of Ohio saw the need as well and began working with Reverend Fitzgerald on creating pathways through systemic barriers.
Right. Give the judge a hand.
Connecting those in transition with services already available in the community.
Getting a driver's license restored, getting mental health care, getting addiction services, basic things like housing, jobs, transportation. And these are all topics that we address.
But it's more than restoring a driver's license. There is a stigma to life after prison. This program works to help each individual overcome that.
When they come out, and it's been years since they've had problems with the law, and they're trying to do the right things, we need to not stigmatize them.
Just call her Big Baby. Big Baby? Big Baby. Yeah.
We need to not separate them from the community. They need to be part of our economic life in terms of employment. They need to be part of the community, and we need to accept them.
We need to encourage them to stay on the right track because they have so much. I can't, if you get nothing else out of this interview that you're having with me today, hear what I'm saying. They have so much to offer to society.
Ex-con, convicted felon, terms that reinforce the stigma. That's why through this program, they are restored citizens.
Many of the men and women have lost everything, and they've been stripped and reduced to literally nothing. And then that's when the restoration process begins.
What I thought was the end was only my beginning, and that starts today.
Alvin is proud to be part of the Restored Citizens program, grateful for the fellowship, and humbled by the assistance.
You're doing something right when the people who were trying to put you behind bars are now advocating for you.
As he continues to plug in with the program, he remains dedicated to the process. A new truck, a new business.
Hard work, it pays off, you know what I mean? And I'm just so happy because I didn't have to go back to the streets to get none of the stuff I got today.
His eyes are focused on what's ahead, a second chance.
I'm gonna do it. I can do it. Restore Citizens is the beginning.